Where the lavender grows. In a quiet countryside of Provence, France, where rolling hills are blanketed with lavender fields that stretch to the horizon, lived a young woman named Elise. She was a painter, known for capturing the soul of the landscapes around her. Her home was a cozy stone cottage tucked away at the edge of the village, where the scent of lavender drifted through her open windows and mixed with the strokes of her brush. Elise had lived alone since her parents passed away, finding solace in art and nature. Her days were quiet, spent with canvas, color, and the soft hum of bees over the purple blooms. She never longed for excitement, believing that beauty was in stillness, until one summer morning, everything changed. That day, a stranger arrived. His name was Theo, a botanist from Paris who had come to study the properties of lavender for a new research project. He rented the neighboring cottage, and his presence quickly stirred the air like a sudden breeze in still waters. Their first meeting was accidental. Elise was out painting near the fields when Theo stumbled upon her canvas, mesmerized by how she had captured the morning light on the flowers. "That's not lavender," he said, teasing gently. "That's poetry in color." Elise blushed but smiled. "Maybe. But sometimes poetry is hidden in plants too, isn't it?" From that moment on, their paths kept crossing, at the local market, the small cafe by the village fountain, or during morning walks through the fields. Theo would often sit beside Elise as she painted, telling her curious facts about lavender, how its oil could soothe wounds, how its scent calmed the heart, how even bees seemed to hum softer when they hovered near it. Slowly, friendship blossomed into something unspoken yet deep. Elise found herself painting not just the fields, but Theo's silhouette in the golden haze of evening light. Theo, in turn, began writing journal entries about her, full of admiration and quiet longing. One evening, during the Lavender Festival, the village square lit up with lanterns and laughter. Music floated through the air, and couples danced barefoot on the cobbled stones. Theo took Elise's hand gently and whispered, "Dance with me?" Under the stars, they danced for the first time, close, warm, and wordless. That night, in the glow of 1,000 lights and the scent of lavender all around, he kissed her. From then on, their days became a blend of color and scent, of discovery and affection. Elise painted with more passion than ever, and Theo found new meaning in every flower, every breeze. Their love was quiet but deep, like the fields around them, steady, beautiful, and timeless. Years passed, and even after Theo's research took him back to Paris, he returned every summer to Elise and their home. Eventually, he never left again. They grew old together in that lavender-scented cottage, where Elise's paintings lined the walls and Theo's books filled the shelves. And every morning, they walked hand in hand through the fields, where the lavender still grew, just like their love, fragrant, eternal, and in full bloom. Beneath the willow tree. In the quaint town of Elmsford, nestled between green hills and quiet lakes, there stood an old willow tree by the edge of Silver Lake. It was here that the story of Emma and Lucas began, a story of love, time, and unspoken promises. Emma was a writer, quiet and thoughtful, often found scribbling in her worn leather journal. She had moved to Elmsford seeking peace after her father's death. The little cottage by the lake had belonged to her grandparents, and now it was her sanctuary. Every afternoon, she sat beneath the willow tree, letting the wind inspire her words. Lucas was a carpenter, known around town for his warm smile and the gentle way he worked with wood. He had grown up in Elmsworth, leaving only briefly for college before returning to care for his ailing mother. He would often walk by the lake in the evenings, taking in the calm after long days of work. Their first meeting was unplanned. One rainy afternoon, Emma's umbrella turned inside out in the wind. As she struggled to fix it, Lucas, passing by, offered his. She smiled, grateful and slightly embarrassed. "I'm Lucas," he said, extending a hand. "Emma," she replied, shaking it gently. What started as casual greetings grew into long conversations. They met more frequently under the willow tree, sharing coffee, stories, and eventually, pieces of their hearts. Emma spoke of her dreams of publishing a novel. Lucas shared his love of building things that lasted. Their lives began to intertwine like the branches of the tree above them. Seasons passed. The summer lake shimmered, autumn leaves danced, and winter snow quieted the world. Through it all, Emma and Lucas found comfort in each other. One spring evening, under the soft canopy of new green leaves, Lucas brought a small wooden box he had carved. Inside was a simple ring, shaped like a vine wrapping around a tiny sapphire. "I know life isn't perfect," Lucas said, "but I want to build something real with you, Emma. Will you marry me?" Tears welled in her eyes as she nodded. "Yes. 1,000 times, yes." Their wedding was small, right beneath the willow tree. Friends and family gathered, laughter mixed with music, and the lake reflected the golden sky. Years went by. They built a life full of quiet joys, morning coffees, shared dinners, walks along the lake. Emma's novel was published and became a local favorite. Lucas opened a workshop and trained young carpenters. The willow tree remained their haven, a witness to their growing love. When they were older, with silver in their hair and wrinkles carved by laughter, Emma and Lucas still visited the tree. They sat hand in hand, watching the sunset, hearts full of memories. One summer night, under a sky full of stars, Emma passed away in her sleep. Lucas, though heartbroken, continued to visit the willow tree. He carved their initials into its trunk, L+E, surrounded by a heart. And when Lucas, too, left the world, the town planted a small bench beneath the willow. A plaque read, "For Emma and Lucas, whose love grew like the willow, deep, graceful, and eternal." Even now, on quiet days, people say the breeze through the tree sounds like whispers of love, a timeless story carried on the wind.